The Earth, though not very big, has lots of strange and remote places. For example, on this remote island, completely isolated from any land, 258 people are living. A place where they are surrounded by waters for thousands of kilometers. That means 258 people all alone in the middle of the ocean. Even stranger, the town of Itokortomit in Greenland, a bizarre place where only 452 people are living. These people eat nothing but shrimps and whales because in that temperature no animal can survive except polar bears. You might wonder why they don't eat meat. It's because they don't like it. They've eaten so much shrimps and whales that they've just used to it now. I told you about a few remote places, but now we're going to the most isolated one of all, Siberia. Though it depends. Take Novosibirsk, the largest city in Siberia. It is a big city with almost everything you need. Winters there are freezing, but there are enough facilities to keep yourself warm. During the Soviet era, Siberia was used to reform and punishment. Anyone they want to punish was sent there. Siberia is not small at all. 13 million square kilometers, making up 77% of Russia's land. However, only 27% of Russia's population lives there. In this vast Siberia with its enormous size, only 36 million people live there. In some areas there are amenities, but extreme cold prevents growth and development. How about taking a trip to the heart of Siberia? Sounds adventurous. Oymyakon, a town in eastern Siberia with a population of 500. These 500 people live in the coldest city in the entire world. In winters, the town of Oymyakon has only 3 hours of daylight, while in its short summer, it experiences 21 hours of daylight with only 3 hours of darkness. The record cold in Oymyakon reached minus 70 degrees Celsius, but on average it's about minus 50 degrees. Hearing about those temperatures really gives you chills. The highest temperature recorded in Oymyakon is 15 degrees Celsius. It's hard to believe it got that warm, even briefly. If you want to go from Oymyakon to the nearest city, it's 1,000 kilometers away. However, you can drive or take a train. It's too cold for that. I'll explain why soon. Journalists who visited this city all reported feeling depressed and returned. They said during their stay they didn't see a single person. No one ventured outside the buildings and the temperature was minus 50 degrees Celsius. They said the only thing they saw outside was extremely drunk men who seemed oblivious to the cold and husky dogs. The Siberian husky is one of the few dogs that can survive in this extreme cold. Interestingly, to keep warm, they dig into the snow and lie there. In this region, there's no agriculture because the ground is always covered with snow, preventing any plants from growing. Perhaps for only 1 week a year does the snow melt and the city is free from snow. However, right after that, the snow starts falling again and covers the ground once more. You might ask about the stores in the city. In fact, there's only one small shop which is open only for a few hours a day. It's only stocked when new supplies arrive. Otherwise, there's nothing much inside. Imagine living in a city where there are no shopping malls, cinemas, theaters, or parks. Life there would be incredibly difficult and boring. In the city, fashion and trends don't exist. No one cares about branded or stylish clothes, and almost everyone wears similar outfits. In this city, clothes serve no purpose beyond staying warm. Style doesn't matter. Warmth is the only priority. According to reporters, the people in this city are so depressed that they have no interest in buying new clothes. They might wear the same outfit for their entire life. The people who visited this city said they brought many warm clothes, but soon they realized they were useless. They had to buy clothes especially made for that harsh climate. The people's clothing consist of heavy thick wool garments that allow them to move a little outside. However, don't even think about walking for too long outside. Even with these clothes, you can't endure more than a few minutes unless you're drunk. You might wonder what people in this city do for fun: football, basketball, shopping, driving. In reality, there's only one pastime, and that is drinking Russian tea. So, what is Russian tea? Well, it's not really tea. In Siberia, vodka is called Russian tea. Russian tea is very common there, and let's just say everyone drinks a lot of it. Imagine living in a place where the only drink available is vodka. No tea, no coffee, no cola, no juice. It's strange how accustomed we are to these things. Personally, I can't start my day without a shot of espresso. Alright, let's go back to the city. There is no plumbing because pipes freeze and burst. The toilets are outside the homes, so if you spend even a little time in the toilet, you freeze. There are no cars because even with anti-freezing, the engine freezes and breaks. You can't turn it off. Once it stops, you have to say goodbye to it forever. Also, don't forget to bring your own fuel, as there is no gas station there. Also, your technical knowledge should be strong because there are no mechanics. And if you plan to sell your car, forget about it because there are no car dealerships either. So better leave that thought behind. Also, the city isn't that big, so you don't really need a car. As long as you don't freeze, you can move in the city. Staying inside for long periods could be a nightmare for many of us, especially after experiencing the feeling during COVID-19 lockdown. Now imagine never being able to leave your house except for shopping. Depression would be really easy to fall into the city. Alright, how to get to the city? There are no cars or trains. Well, the city has a small and abandoned airport with flights only in summer. The last flight happens at the beginning of winter, and for 6 months the airport shuts down entirely. Siberia is almost flat with no significant mountains. You can technically drive there, but just remember, if you turn off your car, you'll have to say goodbye to it forever. You might wonder what the people in this city eat and where their food comes from. Well, they got a restaurant, an Italian one, though don't take this too serious. The food situation isn't too bad. There are areas around the city with underground lakes when they drill into the ground to catch fish. Additionally, there are many wild reindeers in the Siberia. And unfortunately, living in the city as a vegetarian would be impossible. People who have visited this city said the meat is eaten only in soups. No other cooking methods are used at all. Imagine eating only soup for your entire life, never having a chance to try barbecue. This city really needs a KFC or McDonald's. Though I don't really think anyone would want to work there in that cold. So far we've realized there's nothing but soups to eat or Russian tea to drink. Their homes are so cold that we can't sleep there because we're not used to it. The only positive thing about this city is you really don't need a refrigerator. Whatever you leave in the kitchen cabinets will freeze on its own. Despite all these challenges, the 500 people there are content with their lives. If you were to suggest to living the city, they wouldn't come. They prefer this cold, harsh place over any place on this earth. Alright friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, show it a thumbs up. Tell me your opinion in comment section. If you are interested in facts and wanna know more things in this world, make sure to subscribe my channel Amin Facts, and I see you guys on the next video. Goodbye for now and peace out.